Yo, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Most Low Budget Movie Reviews. I am your host, Clarence. Thank you for tuning in. In today's episode, I have a movie that is trending on Netflix, and it just so happens to be another original romantic comedy called Jingle Heist. And I try to space out these rom-coms a little bit to give myself a break, but the last one I watched, Merry Little Xmas, go check out that review after you listen to this one. In short, that one wasn't very good. So I figured there's nowhere to go but up from here. Even if this one is bad, it can't be as bad as the last one. So, what is this one about? Sophie's mother is hospitalized undergoing cancer treatments. They used to live in the States, but they've relocated to England for the free health care. However, they still have substantial debt, and Sophie's working two jobs to make ends meet, with the primary one being at this department store. Now, she is a thief and a pickpocket and steals a little bit from time to time to help herself out. Spoiler free, but Nick, who originally installed the security system at the department store, still has access and he sees what she's doing. He meets up with her and proposes they work together to rob the store. Fast forward, there was an issue with their first plan and they changed targets to the store safe, where they hear there is $500,000 in there. And you know what? That's where I'm going to stop. From there, they get to the planning. They find out more and more about each other's background, find out, they're not who they thought they were. Feelings develop in the process, and, they see, can they pull this job off? So what did the pros think? Well, they came in at a 60% on 10 reviews, with the audience at 45% on over 50 ratings. But what did I think? Well, let's start with the positives. This is another one that does go against the normal formula. I mean, they don't know each other and really don't have any beef. Initially, no romantic interest. This was just about business, and the way the attraction played out was pretty organic. They get to know each other, and they like what's behind the scenes. Each one has their own reasons for, the people that they are and doing what they're doing, which involves a couple of twists and turns there that I didn't expect. That added another layer to the basic heist plot, and I appreciated that. They could have just played this straight, but they didn't do that. It wasn't this whirlwind romance type of movie. It was subtle and grew as, they spent time together. Although there's a little twist with the job situation, there's nothing special about the actual heist itself. The focus is more on the background, why they're doing this, who they are as people, and, the common ground that they found between each other. I like that they didn't play into the stereotype of how these movies play out either. I mean, their relationship progressed and they got together. There was no big fight, which leads me to the negatives. And it's kind of the same problem I had with A Merry Little Xmas. The romance part was so straightforward, there was no stakes to it, which would have been fine if they used a heist part to raise the stakes and give it that shot of drama that it needed. The job needed to be more complicated or have a little of a danger element or something to spice it up. So while this was way better than Merry Little Xmas in every way, I mean, their chemistry, the acting, the story, it's all was way better. But ultimately, it's still a little ho-hum, kind of boring type movie. But actually, I did enjoy this one. I would put this one right at a 65% to stay consistent with the Rotten scale. The job itself was non-eventful, but I liked the character development. There was, they weren't just these flat characters that you get a lot of times in these movies, not these just flat stereotype characters. They integrated their backstories pretty cleanly, and I could see how they could fall in love with each other, seemingly not even being each other's types and from two different worlds and backgrounds. Kind of like real life a little bit. So I'm happy to report we are now 1-1 with rom-coms on this holiday season. So yeah, we're going to keep going. So we'll see. I think there's one trending on Netflix right now that's number one, I want to say. So I'm going to have to check that one out at some point. But this one wasn't bad at all. I mean, and if you're into this genre, I definitely say you should check this one out. But that kind of puts me in a bad spot because I doubt the next one is going to be better than this. But again, I only judge what's on the screen. I don't go in there with any prejudgment, so we will see. with that being said, I'll close it out right here. If this is your first time, don't make it your last. This has been a Podbean production, mostly low-budget movie reviews with Clarence. Thanks for support. I appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. I did go to the movies and watch Five Nights with Freddy's 2 with my daughter. However, I'm going to be doing a YouTube video, so go check out my YouTube channel, Low Budget Movie Reviews with Clarence. That will be up this weekend. So if you want to know my thoughts about Five Nights at Freddy's 2, you're going to have to go over there and watch the video review and check out the other content I have on there while you're over there. That would be very much appreciated. Again, appreciate you guys. Thank you for support. And I will be back with a lot of content this weekend. I have, the Five Nights at Freddy's thing. You're listening to this one right now. Let me see. I watched another trending movie. I don't want to spoil it, but there's another one that's trending in the top 5 that I watched. And there's also want to give a little bit of a reaction, but that's going to be on the YouTube channel to a trailer that I saw recently. And I want to have a little bit of a discussion about that. So yeah, like I said before, you want to be subscribed over here or following over here and over there. That way you can get the full scope of everything that I'm doing. But again, I appreciate you guys, and I will see you next time. Peace.